Good morning, children. So today I will explain you about the soluble impurities present in water and how can we remove those soluble impurities. Okay, already I explained the how can we remove the insoluble impurities, right? By the method of sedimentation, decantation and filtration. So here for removing the insoluble impurities by evaporation and distillation. Okay, so now children tell me what is mean by evaporation. Okay, the first method is by evaporation. So what is evaporation? Evaporation means that when water boils, it changes into steam. That means water vapor, right? That means when it evaporates, when the water changes into water vapor, that time the water will be come out. All the water will be come out, and the soluble impurities, whatever dissolve in it, that will be left behind, settled down. That way we can remove it. Okay, now see, first evaporation, naturally also evaporation occurs. How? That is on the water bodies, from the water bodies like a sea, river, lake, ocean, right? From there the water evaporates with the help of the sun's heat. Then it changes into water vapor and moves up. Then those water will be collected there in the atmosphere with the other gases and become heavy, that means clouds. Okay, and form the clouds. The clouds contain water vapor only. Then when it becomes more, it cannot hold there, it becomes a heavy, number of that water droplets become more, then it comes down again in the form of rain. Okay, that means known as the water cycle. That is naturally how the evaporation taken place. And when it's a sea water or ocean water, it contains salt. So continuously if the water evaporates and the salt becomes settled down, so that what happens, that the concentration of the salt becomes increase. The water, salty water, its a concentration increase. Okay, now see, at our home also we can do this experiment. Otherwise how we can do it? For that, first take a beaker. Okay, take a beaker. In this, take the impure water. Okay, here impure water. This is the beaker. Then we have to keep it in a stand. Okay, in a stand. How we can see? Kept it there, and this actually keeping here on this here in the stand itself we can keep the wire mesh. Okay, wire mesh. Like this, the wire mesh. And now see here, then this water we have to boil it. Okay, for boiling this water, what we have to do? Keep a burner here. Okay, a burner, down a burner. Okay, then this burner, see, from this air that flame comes, right? And it when we heat this water, that time the water at 100 degrees Celsius, when it reaches, it starts to boil, right? That time the water in the form of steam come out, right? Goes up. and all those water will be comes out in the form of water, that is the steam. Okay, steam, that is water vapor, and mixes in the air. And what will be remain here? The salt will be settled here. All those salt will be settled here. Okay, this is the salt. That is the impure one. Okay, so the impurities present in water was what water is, that is salt. Understood? So, and how can we remove this? Those water will be separated out, that it goes into the air, and only the salt remains. This way we can separate it. At your home also we can take this take what you can say, this china dish na, right? The kadai you call it as, or the pan you can take. Okay, in that itself you can heat it that on the gas stove itself. Okay, you can take the salty water in it. Take some 2 teaspoons of salt, then add some water, then stir it well, mix it well. Afterwards keep it on the stove, and then you can boil it. But be careful, you have to do it this in front of your some adult person, your mother, somebody else. Okay, otherwise, because of burning these things, it will be dangerous, and when it boils also it will be too hot, so it should not fall on your body. So for precaution only, do it in front of your parents. Then this, when it boil, that time the water comes out. Okay, water comes out in the form of water vapor. Then only the how much salt? 2 teaspoonful of salt you took it, right? So that will be settled over here in the form of white powder. Okay, then first in the form of crystal form it will be started to sediment. Then afterwards complete the water evaporates, then it becomes in the form of powder. That way you can take it. This is what evaporation method. By evaporation method we can do the remove the soluble impurities from water. Okay, in another method I will explain you distillation. In distillation, how can you do it? Okay, so practice, you can also do this experiment. Okay, but in front of your parent. Okay, thank you children, have a nice day.